Sorry, I couldn't hear you, my friend. Can you repeat that?
Are you gonna have your camera on? Is there gonna be anything to see in the discussion?
No, it's just gonna be audio only. At
All
least
right,
on my
fair
side,
enough.
he's free to turn his camera on if he wants to, but I just
All right, fair enough.
here in my tiny apartment, shirtless here, and I don't really want to turn on my camera.
Yo, AJ.
Oh, okay. I'm here. I'm here.
Hello, how's it going, my buddy, my dude? How are you doing tonight?
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm fine. Just got off work.
Glad to hear you're fine. Respects to you, my friend, for popping by to defend your position.
Yeah, I don't have to defend my position. You're the one who has to explain to me why I have to go and kill carnivores. Because the
Sure,
Nutrivore couldn't explain that to me.
sure, I'm happy to chat about it. Couple of things there just for a little bit of context for anybody listening. You showed up in my comments section, and it seemed to me like you were mocking my position. I take the view that killing odd order predators is morally justified, and it might even be morally virtuous. Uh, you said a couple of things. You said that I hope you're not one of those vegans that wants to kill animals and simultaneously calls themselves a vegan. And then you said that I am indoctrinated by Dr. Avi or something like that. Second claim, I mean, it's just false, man. I'm like I wouldn't call myself indoctrinated. As a matter of fact, I was reasoned into the position. The position was also counterintuitive to me at first. Like at first I thought the position didn't make sense, but it was reasoned into it. Like I haven't been able to find a stable a more reasonable position. But I'm happy to change my mind, man. So I'm not indoctrinated. I'm happy to drop the view if I find a more stable and reasonable view. So that's that's in response to the indoctrination claim, and the other claim. I just don't understand what you mean. Like, are you trying to say that there's like hypocrisy on my part or something, or is this like a definitional thing that you can't call yourself a vegan and be okay with killing certain animals? What is it that you're saying? Are you calling me a hypocrite, or what is it that you're saying right there?
All right, so okay, so a few things. First of all, on the Dr. Avi comment or whatever, yeah, that's because he was the one who, I mean, to my knowledge, he's the one who created this whole mess. Him and Ask Yourself, but I don't know if Ask Yourself was the one who proposed this. I guess we'll call it an idea to kill what you guys like to call odd order predators to justify doing this. Like, oh, we're going to separate these animals and we're going to say this animal is bad, this animal is good. What is that? I don't know, but the thing is, I don't know who came up with the idea, but to my knowledge, it was Abby and this other dude. Ask yourself. So that's why. And Abby not only wants to murder these lions, he actually said that he wants vegans to hunt those lions and he wants us to consume their flesh. So yeah, I don't see that as vegan. I don't see that as moral. I don't see that as anything other than some crazy guy who wants to go hunting and wants to justify it.
Okay, so I don't know who like originated this position. Like it was in fact Dr. Avi that convinced me of the position. I first I listened to it in a vegan gains and Dr. Avi debate, but regardless of who originated the view, it seems to make sense to me. Uh, and what is it that you don't think it makes sense about the view?
Okay, but why do you want to kill these carnivores or these predators? Why do you want to
Okay,
kill
so
these predators?
sure. So let me ask you something. You take like some sort of deontological view where it is categorically wrong to kill any animal in any circumstance.
I am mostly, yes, deontological to that effect. Yes, to me, killing is wrong. Now, obviously, there are situations like self defense in which obviously you can defend yourself. or whatever. But it would be the same with a human. Like if
Okay,
someone was
so
threatening my life and I'm defending myself and I end up killing that other person, doesn't make it okay to kill, but I'm defending my life.
okay, sure. So then it wouldn't be like necessarily antithetical to vegan ethics to kill an animal. Like in, for example, in the context of self-defense, it would be justified, right?
I mean, but also depending on the context. Like if you go to where the animal lives and you get attacked, then it's on you. So killing the animal is immoral
No,
because you
let's
were there
just
in the
say
first place.
let's just say you were at the comfort of your own home, and some sort of predatory animal jumped out of the window and was about to kill you. You had a gun. Would it be justified to kill it to save your own life?
Yeah.
Okay, so then we agree that in some circumstances, at least, it is just morally justified to kill animals. So I guess I'll just run down the dialogue tree to see exactly where is it that we disagree on this whole thing. So do you know about the xenomorph hypothetical?
Oh, bloody hell. Sadly, I do. This is just another Nutribor thing. Man, look, I'm not gonna waste your time. I don't do weird alien hypotheticals or Nazi Germany hypotheticals or anything like that. Just tell me
Okay, my friend.
why I
So
have to
okay,
kill a
so
lion.
I just the reason I'm gonna ask you hypothetical questions because I wanna test your values and your consistency. I wanna see exactly where is it that we disagree. It doesn't have to be aliens, space aliens, or anything. It can be any predator. Let's say like there was some sort of predator here on Earth with us that co-evolved with us and was like in a predator prey cycle with us. Like it doesn't have to be a xenomorph. Like imagine any predator that its prey was specifically humans, and it was this predator. Call it a chupacabras, right? This chupacabras was
Okay,
out
okay.
there. Okay, this chupacabra was out there specifically killing humans as its prey animal, and you had a gun and you saw one of them running around, you knew for a fact, or you could be like pretty confident that in the near future it was gonna kill some innocent humans. You had a gun. Would you kill the chupacabras?
Ah, for sure, yeah.
Okay, so you would kill the chupacabra. So if you saw a lion, you had a gun. Would you shoot the lion?
If I saw a lion, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I would shoot a lion. Like it would be depending on context. That's like what I'm saying. If I see a lion,
Same context as
I
the
say, let's
chupacabras.
say I have a.
You just saw it running around in your backyard or whatever. You saw the lion. Will you shoot it?
Well, I don't know. I would probably just pass out from 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 fear, but I don't know. Let's say I somehow don't, and I have a gun or something. I don't know. The thing is, what's the lion doing? Is he coming towards me or not? Because if he's not and he's not seeing me, I don't
Yeah.
see
So
why I should just shoot the lion.
sure. Let's add some context to this hypothetical. Let's say you were like in some sort of savannah in Africa. You were in a helicopter, and you knew like with pretty high certainty that this lion in its near future was gonna kill other sentient animals to survive. It's a young lion. You have no reason to believe this lion is like not gonna kill anybody else in its near future. You had a gun. You're in the safety of a helicopter. Would you shoot the lion?
No.
Okay, then what I would ask you is to name the trait.
What trait? I don't get it.
Yeah, what's
Like I
true?
told you, it all
What's
depends. It all depends on context. Like if I go to this, I told you, if I go to the freaking savannah and some lion attacks me or someone, I'm going there. So okay, sure, I would have the right to defend myself, I guess, but I'm going to their territory at first. So actually, they have the right
That's a
to
category
fucking
error.
obliterate me.
No, you were in the safety of a helicopter. Like your life wasn't in danger at all. So let's equalize the hypothetical. Let's say you were flying over Africa or whatever, and this chupacabra was running around, and you knew that in the near future this chupacabra was gonna kill and eat humans alive. You would shoot the chupacabras even from the safety of a helicopter, or would you let it live, knowing that it was gonna kill humans in the near future?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, in this weird hypothetical where chupacabras are our mortal enemy, yes, I would kill the chupacabras because they're the ones coming for us in the first place.
Okay,
So it's
so
a thing of
then
their species versus my species, and I don't want. I'm guessing I'm
wait,
gonna
wait,
choose my
wait.
tribe over theirs.
Whoa, then that you're just admitting right now that you're a speciesist then.
But I'm not admitting I'm a species. But I want to live, and they hunt us. What am I going to do?
So let me ask you this, my friend. Like, you just name the trait. What's true of the chupacabras that if it was true of the lion, you would kill the lion? I just don't see the morally significant difference right there.
If the lions were human hunters and we grew up with the lions and the lions were our predators and we somehow got the upper hand and could kill them, then we would, I'm guessing.
Then this just sounds like a carnage level justification, man. Like, define human. What? How are you using the term human here?
Ah, boss. This is the problem with you debate bros. You guys are
No, my
trash.
friend, I'm just exploring your
Like,
values,
oh,
my friend.
define human. Like,
Is it really
no, no,
human?
I
Is it
have to
really the
fucking
trait
define.
human that you're caring about? Like,
I
let's
have
say,
to fucking
like,
define human. Okay, let's
I
say
want,
I don't know, dude. Let's say I'm an otter. And I don't know who kills otters.
no. Like, I
Some
just
other
want to
animal. No, no,
understand.
no, 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 no. Let's not say human anymore. I'm not a human. Let's say what the Nutribor did. I'm a human,
No, my
and
friend, but there's
some
a
other
question on the
animal.
table. That doesn't answer my question. This is a question of mine. I just want some clarity. What is it that you mean by human? Is it a biological definition? Do you mean like being able to interbreed with these beings, Homo sapiens? Is that what you mean by human?
Yes, I mean the Homo sapiens sapiens.
Okay, so let
If
me
I
ask you
am
this.
one, and we have another species of something else that's hunting us in the first place, and we're their prey, we have the right to defend ourselves.
So let me ask you
Just
this, my
like
friend.
I
So
think zebras have the fucking right to defend themselves from lions. Of course they do. Or the buffalo, or the whatever other animal, the gazelle, whatever. They have a right to defend themselves, and they do. So
okay,
I
so I
don't
have a
see
question
why
for
I
you.
have to
By the way,
fucking kill a lion.
yeah. By the way, like I don't know why it's getting heated here. Like why are you insulting or here or like swearing or whatever?
Bro, you're absolutely ridiculous, man.
I'm just trying to understand your position, man. Like, so you said humanity. You see it because the chupacabra is specifically hunting down humans. You would kill the chupacabras, but let's say the
Yes,
chupacabras
because
was.
I'm a human, brother. Because I
But
am. So I'm choosing
let
my
me ask you
tribe.
some.
It's natural to
Can I
choose
get
your
my
fucking
questions
tribe.
across? Can I guess my so let's say the chupacabras was instead of hunting humans, let's say this was another sapient species around the planet, and the chupacabras was instead of hunting humans, it was in a predator prey cycle with Neanderthals. Let's say Neanderthals were still here. And if you were in a helicopter, you saw chupacabras, and you knew that this chupacabras in
Brother.
the near future was gonna go around to was gonna go around and rip apart Neanderthals and eat them alive. Would you shoot the chupacabras? Yes or no?
No,
You wouldn't. You would like see the chupacabras ripping out a Neanderthal and eating the Neanderthal alive, and you would say that's fine, and you wouldn't feel obligated to prevent that.
no, it's not my obligation to prevent that because I'm neither a chupacabra or nothing. So I didn't
Okay, so
create the
let's
chupacabras. I'm not the chupacabras. It's not my responsibility. I'm not even from there. So it's not my thing to do. I
so
can't
okay.
be the
The question
world's
no
police.
the question is not about obligation. Sorry, like let's say would it be morally justified if you were in the helicopter and you shoot that chupacabra to save the life of
Man,
innocent Neanderthal? Let's say it was running specifically to kill and eat alive a Neanderthal family. It was in front of you, running around, and you knew it was going to rip apart an innocent Neanderthal family. You would see that situation and you wouldn't pull the trigger. You would let that happen.
you know what? No, no, I don't care what the fucking chupacabra does or whoever does. It's not my
Sorry, you cut
problem. It's
out. I
not my
didn't hear you.
responsibility. I don't have to do anything.
Okay, so
Motherfuck, man.
you would buy the bullet in that you would let the chupac if you had a chance to if you had an opportunity to prevent it, you would choose to stand around and not do anything and watch the Chupacabras rip apart an innocent family of Neanderthals? Are you gonna say, are you gonna bite that bullet?
Yeah, I am. Let's say I'm biting the bullet, according to you. Even though you haven't yet explained anything to me. I want why I have to shoot lions, not why I have to shoot a chupacabra that's going to eat a Neanderthal, because
Well,
that's not a thing.
before we go there, like I just wanna like make sure because
No, dude, it's very simple. It's very simple. You think we should kill lions, and according to what I read, also snakes, spiders, and others. And there's
other
some other
predators. Yeah,
animals in which you are not sure.
my position is that it is morally justified to kill all other predators, and
Well, why? Why? Give me
yeah,
the why.
because the alternative view has these kinds of horrific entailments, like your view. Like you would be fine, like watching a chupacabras horrifically rip apart an innocent Neanderthal family. Like I'm not okay. I'm not okay with having a view with those entailments. Like sorry, like we have fundamental value differences, or maybe you're just biting the bullet to be consistent. I don't know what's exactly you're doing, but that's horrible. Like I wouldn't feel comfortable watching an innocent Neanderthal family get ripped apart by a fucking chupacabra, my friend. I would save that family.
No, dude, but that's not what it is. You're basically you're wiping out a
What?
species that can only you're fucking hell, mate. That's not what
What
it
do you
is.
mean?
You're not saving any innocence. You're not saving any innocence. What you're doing is you want to go and shoot someone, and you chose the chupacabra. Oh, it's because they're predators. Well, I'm sorry, but if the Neanderthals in this experiment they're an innocent victim, then the chupacabras is also an innocent victim of a system in which they did not want to participate or whatever. So killing them to me is also morally wrong.
Well, I don't. I just don't share that view. I
If
mean,
you're because
we might have fun.
you're an
We just
outsider.
have fundamental value differences. Let me ask you this. Let's say like it turns out that you are one of those Neanderthals in the family. Like let's say that hypothetically you like are like in an alternate universe you are one of those Neanderthals. Would you prefer the human to pull the trigger and kill the chupacabras to save your life, or would you have that same position where whatever, let the chupacabra rip me apart?
I mean, sure, I would prefer it, but I'm not expecting it. It's not the human's responsibility to do anything.
Okay, so
I hold the same position
if
to
you prefer
anything
it,
else.
if you
To
prefer it,
anything else.
like
If I'm
that
drowning in a pool and you don't save me, okay, all right, whatever, and you see me drown, it's not your responsibility to risk your life to save me. So I mean, obviously, I would prefer that you try, but if you don't, I wouldn't hold it against you.
sure, like I'm not claiming it is some sort of moral obligation. I'm just saying it's morally virtuous or morally justified. Like are you like accepting
It's
now that
not because you're
so like
wiping out
let's say
entire species who
if
are
you're
also victims
so a couple of things
to
there,
a
like
system.
you're making a false claim there, but a couple of things, but before that, like I'm not necessarily saying it's morally justified. I'm saying like if you're gonna admit that from the point of view of the victim, it would be preferable to get your life to for somebody to save your life. Then why wouldn't you like have empathy for prey animals and shoot the pull the trigger in the other predator situation? And the other thing was like you said something about me killing all predators. Like that's not my position. Like in an ideal world, yes, we would abolish this problem of predation, but like I don't think it's pragmatic to kill all predators. Like that might end up just having devastating ecological consequences downstream. I'm just in favor of killing at least odd order predators, or some predators, as long as it prevents rights violations, or minimizes rights violations. In the context where it would like end up increasing rights violation, or like putting all life on Earth in danger or something, I always say I would be against that.
All right, dude. First of all, okay, no, there's a lot to unpack there. First of all, there's no rights violation in the wilderness. There's no rights violation in nature. That doesn't exist. Rights is a human-made concept.
Sure,
and we
I'm
can
just
give
saying. I'm just
rights.
saying.
we
Can I
we
respond
can
to
give
that? Can I
rights.
respond
No,
to
no, no,
that
no,
point
no.
real
We
quick?
can give rights
Okay.
to animals, but only in human to animal relationships, not in animal to animal relationships. That doesn't exist. You're not gonna take an antelope to court and settle a dispute with some lion or some other bison or whatever it is. That's not gonna happen.
Well,
I
I
don't
just
get
don't
it.
share
It's
that view.
ridiculous.
I don't share that view. I think veganism is a logical extension of the idea of human rights. I think humans should have the moral right to, uh, or the moral guarantee to be able to protect their own lives through self defense, or we should have the rights for idealized self defense, like for example to intervene in a case where a human was about to be murdered by somebody else. I just don't see a morally significant difference between us and animals that wouldn't logically entail for me extending those rights to animals. Like for me, it just sounds like you're being a speciesist here, saying that humans deserve a right to self-defense or for idealized self-defense, and not wild animals for some reason. I think wild animals have moral rights.
No, I think you're the species is here because you know that humans, if a human murderer is chasing you down, you know that human doesn't actually need to murder you. He's just some fucking psycho. But the lion has is through no fault of his own, or the bear or the other animals, whatever, the spider, the snake, whichever, choose whatever you like. There it's not their fault. They're born that way. That's their species. That's what they do. They are predators. They
Yeah,
need
but
to consume the flesh of.
we already established that you would kill the chupacabras. That also is also not his fault. He's also not a moral agent. He also is just hunting humans to survive. And we already established that shouldn't kill the chupacabras, but you wouldn't
Yes,
shouldn't kill the
because
lion.
you
I
don't
just
let
don't
me.
understand. I just don't
Because
understand
I
what's
told
true.
you.
Mhm.
Look, I
Yeah, go
told
ahead.
you before that I'm telling you that to me, all those animals like the zebra, the gazelle, and all of those, they have the not only the right, but they have the capacity to defend themselves from these predators, and they do. And sometimes they actually kill the freaking predator, and the predator is freaking starving to death, and they're putting their lives and their physical integrity in danger every time they go to hunt for their food, for their survival. So if you're going to be, so to me, the species thing to do is to choose between, oh no, this one is a predator, so let's just kill them. To me, that's the species view because you're choosing one species over the other when you don't really have to. They already have established relationship in which they can defend themselves. The other one, whatever. We don't need to be there. It's not our responsibility, and it would not be a virtuous thing to do. It's a terrible thing to do.
Okay, so I think
I'm
I
sorry, but
understand what you're
no.
saying. Yeah, I think I understand. I love what you mean. So I think we agree on this. Like, if there was a pragmatic way around having to kill the other predators, I would choose the non-lethal way. Like, if there was some sort of
Ah, man,
technology, please let me finish my
nah.
point. If there was some sort of technology to separate these animals and just feed lab-grown meat to the predators and create like some sort of paradise for these animals, if we had the ability to do that, I would rather do that than like shoot these animals. Like the problem is that there's like the only pragmatic way to save the lives of prey animals, like for prey animals not to be ripped apart and eaten alive right now, is to shoot the predators. Like, and that's why I would do it. But if there was a way around
On,
it, I would choose the non-lethal way, of course.
no, dude, that's not true. That's not true. And not only is that
What's
not
not true?
true,
What's not true?
because you're
What's
not
false about what I said?
because the technology might come someday, and you're not willing to wait for it to come.
Sure, I'm happy to wait for the technology, but
You're
in the
not willing to
meantime,
help. You're not willing to help these predator animals in any
let me
way.
ask you
You're just,
this.
oh no,
Let
they
me ask you
kill,
this,
so
my friend.
let me kill them.
Let me ask you this,
So
my
you're
friend. Let's
becoming a
say
killer.
let me ask you this, my friend. Let's say like around the corner, in the not so distant future, there was gonna be some sort of technology to separate the chupacabras from the humans. Would you
Man
still
alive.
shoot? On the meantime, would you still shoot the chupacabras, or would you let the chupacabras rip humans alive or Neanderthals alive, whatever? Because there's some technology on the corner. We can just wait for the technology, right? What would you do in that situation?
But I don't know. Like I'm a human at that situation. I'm defending myself wherever I can.
Okay, so
for
I'm just
sure.
gonna ask you this, my
But
friend,
like
because
I'm saying
you're
is,
avoiding the
as a
question.
third, no,
You're
I'm
avoiding
not
the
avoiding the
question.
question. What I'm
You're
saying
avoiding.
is,
I asked you to name the trait. You haven't named the trait. What's true of well, you said human species. You bite the bullet that it would be fine to
bloody
let
hell,
Neanderthals
okay. I didn't
reproduce. But
say, I didn't exactly say that it was humans. We could be whatever you want, whatever it is, a sentient
you said
basketball, if you
species.
will.
You said a species.
Because
Species
I'm
separation, and
defending my own. I'm defending
you
my own existence. You want to
sure.
defend your
And
existence. You have
and
a
what your
you
view
want to exist.
what the entailments of your view are that you would be fine with letting innocent Neanderthals be ripped apart by chupacabras. Like you would see that and do nothing about it. That's horrific, man. Like I would rather save the Neanderthal family. Your view. That's what the entailments of your view. I'm just gonna ask you this, man. Like let me ask you this. Let's say like there's two worlds, right? Right? World A, World B. In World
Oh
A,
bloody hell!
what happened, man?
World A, World B, man alive.
Yeah, so in World
Okay.
A, there's these this horrific issue of predation occurs in nature for all perpetuity, for the rest of the existence on life on Earth. This animals in nature are in this cycle of predation where like innocent prey animals are eaten alive by prey predators. Or World B, we somehow intervene and change the world and stop this like horrific cycle of predation. And like we create not only a vegan world, but like a world without this issue of predation. We abolish predation one way or another, be it by killing other predators or be it by herbivorizing predators or something. What world would be better? What world would you choose?
I choose World A, the one where there's still predation.
Okay, my friend, then I think that's it. Like, if you're gonna just bite the bullet and perpetually like letting animals
No,
rip
because
each
if
other
you're going to
apart,
kill, because if you're going
good
to,
luck with that, my friend. I
because if
think
you're going to kill
your view
lions,
is horrific. I hope you reflect on this and and have empathy
no,
for the
no, no,
prey
no, 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 no,
animals,
no,
man. Have empathy, for a little empathy
no,
for
no,
the
no,
prey
no.
animals that are gonna ripped apart. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so are you going to, are you going to kill humanity then, or not?
Why would I kill humanity?
Why not? We kill, we rape, we torture by the tenfold, way more than any lion, any other predator there is, and we do it for fun or for whatever bullshit like profit or pleasure or whatever. They do it because they have to, and not on a scale that's
Question
even
exactly?
comparable to ours. That if you would kill all the humans then,
I wouldn't kill all the humans.
because that
Absolutely not.
seems to be, why not? Then why not?
Because
What's
there's
the
a
difference
bunch of
between the humans
innocent
and the
humans.
lions?
There's a bunch of innocent humans that are not doing anything like that. Why would I kill all the humans, my friend?
What innocent humans if more than 90% of the population is not vegan and they are fine with
Like you for
murdering
example,
and maiming each other?
you're a vegan human. I wouldn't kill you at all. Why would I do that?
All right, but I wasn't for 37 years. I was just
Yeah.
a vegan the last 3 years. So you're saying that you would have killed me 4 years ago?
No, and there's like a couple of reasons. There's a couple of symmetry breakers in the human case. Like for example, in the animal context, it's already legal to hunt animals in certain places, so you can
Ah.
just get away with it in the auto order predator situation. But in the human situation, if I were to go around shooting up schools and carnist humans, like I would just be labeled a terrorist, and veganism would fail as a movement.
Oh,
Like for in that way, like carnist humans are instrumental to create a human world. If vegans start like just holocausting carnists, like we're just gonna fail as a movement. Like there and that's just like there's legality issues. I rather like stay free and do my vegan activism instead of get myself incarcerated and lose my freedom because I'm going around killing carnage humans. So yes, in principle, it holds. Like in a vacuum, it would be justified to kill carnage humans to save animals, provided lethal force is the only way. Because obviously, humans can be persuaded into being vegan. Like I can reason. Like I've convinced many people of going vegan. So if there was a way around, if I could just convince somebody to go vegan, why would I kill that person? And there's also like a
All right.
reason to
So
believe another symmetry breaker is this. There's reason to believe that we're gonna be the world's gonna go vegan in the near future. We're gonna legislate against those people. So instead of killing those people, we can just legislate against them and just force them to be vegan in the near future.
all right. So if it became completely illegal to kill any animal, even the predators that you want to kill, would you then not kill them because legal, or would you fight to make it legal to kill them?
If it were to become illegal to the same degree that killing humans would be illegal, where I would like. By the way, I'm not personally killing other predators except like insects or whatever that are in my apartment. But uh, in the case of in the case that it would be like hunting other predators would be illegal or something, to the same degree that
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I wouldn't like risk. I wouldn't advocate for people to kill predators and land in prison and be labeled a terrorist or whatever. Assuming it would be like illegal to the same degree or like socially unacceptable to the same degree that killing humans is. But yeah, sure, I would fight for a world. I would still fight for a world in which we abolish the issue of predation eventually.
Also, it's just a matter of legality because it's not legal. Then you're gonna do it because other people who have absolutely no heart, they want to kill animals, they don't care. Then I'm gonna shoot lions too because why not? Other people do
No.
it. So I'm guessing all those lion hunters, to you, they're heroes. The guy who killed Cecil the lion, that guy's a freaking hero. He's not a monster. No, for sure not. My life,
I'm sure. I'm
they
sure
really are
he's.
just garbage.
By the way, so a couple of things. So no, it's not a legality thing. It is a moral thing. I'm just saying that if the consequences of committing the action are bad enough, like it would land you in prison, you would be labeled a terrorist, the vegan movement would fail, then I wouldn't see it as justified to do it. But it is a moral thing. For me, it is about saving the innocent prey animals from being eaten alive. The second thing about if
Okay,
I
but
would say that guy is
if
a
the prey
monster or not,
animal,
that depend of what else that guy does. That guy's probably a carnage that hunts all sorts of animals. Like in the case of killing the lion, yeah, he did a good thing there, in my opinion.
wow. Okay, you said it, not me. And
Sure, man. And you said that
man alive.
you said that you would stand around seeing an innocent family of Neanderthals get ripped apart and do anything, and you wouldn't see it as morally justified to save the innocent animals of Neanderthals. And you would say, and you also said that if you had two options, a world in which we perpetually keep in which nature perpetually keeps this issue of predation where animals rip each other apart for all eternity, for all fucking eternity, or a world in which we somehow abolish this issue, you would choose the world A. That's insane. So I think like most people are gonna be on my side because your view is horrific in terms. Obviously, it's an empirical question, but I think your view is
No, I
just
think your
is
view is
horrible.
No, I think your view is horrible, and you're the immoral one.
Sure,
And
man,
like
and
I
that's and obviously,
suspected,
and that's your opinion, and obviously, morality is subjective, right? And we just reached a fundamental value difference. It's fine if you really believe that and you're willing to bite those bullets. You know,
I'm not biting any
I'm
bullet.
sorry. I'm
I'm just
sorry to
telling
hear.
you.
Sorry, let me finish my point. So I'm sorry to hear that, and I hope like people with ideas like that are the minority, and we just like eventually we the abolishing predation idea wins out because that's just horrific.
No, it's not gonna win out. It's not gonna win out.
Well, that's
It's
just
not
an
gonna win
empirical
out.
question. Who knows? I don't know about that. I think
And
stable positions and reasonable positions that stand the test of time eventually win out, and I think I haven't found a stable reasonable position without horrific entailments against the killing other predators view. So I think it's gonna eventually win
no, the
out.
horrific
It's an empirical
entailment is
question.
that you're wiping out entire species because you want to. And
Who who
and
said I'm wiping
if
out an entire species?
if
That's
yes, you
actually not my view. Who said I'm wiping out an entire species?
Then why? What are you doing then? How many lions have you to kill? So the lions are
Well,
not a problem anymore, according to you.
so so it depends. Like if wiping out the entire species wouldn't create some sort of catastrophic downstream consequence, I would be in favor of wiping out the entire species. But in most cases, I'm just fine. My position is that it's morally justified to kill some other predators, not necessarily all, because, for example, in marine ecosystems, I know like marine biology is very complicated. If you were to like, first of all, you wouldn't even know if those predators are even order or odd order in the first place in marine. But assuming we
But
found
it's
odd
not
order,
about it's but it's not
yeah.
about odd order or not. It's about the action that they're performing. They're doing the same thing. So what is different about a lion killer or a shark killer or a orca or whatever it is?
Do you know what
There's
an
no
odd
moral
order
difference.
versus do you know what the difference is between an odd order predator or even order predator?
I've found no freaking idea. What's an odd order predator according to you?
Yeah, so an odd order predator would be like a primary predator, so a predator that is for the most part or entirely killing innocent herbivore animals. So like for example, a lion, a tiger is directly killing the gazelle, buffalo, stuff like that. An even order predator would be a predator that's killing other predators. So it's doing the job for you of killing predators. So why would I kill that predator?
But that's ridiculous. You're basically just an utilitarian then. That's what you are.
Not at all. I'm a threshold deontologist, and
Yeah,
personally, you would
threshold
do the same thing.
dude,
Let me ask you this. Let me
threshold
ask you this, Michael. No, no,
deontology
no. Let me ask you this.
is
Let
a
me ask you this. No, no, no.
utilitarian.
Let me ask you this. I have a question for you. So let's say there was some sort of animal out there, specifically hunting the chupacabras, and this animal, you knew
Man.
that in the near future, this animal was gonna kill the chupacabra. And the chupacabra was obviously gonna kill humans. Would you shoot this animal and save the chupacabra's life, or would you let this animal kill the chupacabra?
Okay, no, rewind that one, the last one. What was the other animal? I'm sorry, I lost it.
So let's say the xenomorph, right? The original xenomorph is here, and the xenomorph was hunting down chupacabras specifically, not
Okay,
humans.
okay.
It posed no threat to humans or any other life on Earth, just chupacabras. The prey was the chupacabras, and you saw a xenomorph, and you knew that in the near future it was gonna kill and rip apart a chupacabra alive. Would you kill the? Or let's say he was gonna do it painlessly. He was gonna just eat the chupacabras. Would you shoot the xenomorph to save the chupacabra's life?
Okay, but in this context, was the chupacabras like hunting us again, or
Yes, the
was the
chupacabra is
chupacabras just
hunting us.
some neutral,
No, no, the chupacabra is
just
hunting us.
some neutral party or whatever?
The chupacabra is hunting
I
us.
mean, if the chupacabras is our enemy, and I see that other group of whatever doing this job for us, and be like, hey, thank you, xenomorph or whatever. But like I
Exactly,
said, one
man.
thing is my preference, but I'm not
Exactly. So we
expecting
have the
it to
same
happen.
view. We have the same view. You're just a species about it. Where we have the same view.
No, because I want to live and I have the right to defend myself. I
Sure,
don't
and
need the
and
xenomorph to do it for me.
innocent prey animals don't want to be eaten alive either.
Yeah, I
So
understand that, but
why
the
not
lion
extend
also doesn't
idealized
want
self?
to. The lion doesn't want to starve to death. The snake doesn't want to starve to death. That's my point. None of those
Sure, man, but
animals want any of that to happen.
the problem is these animals kill innocent animals alive, and on the meantime, we have no technology to separate them without killing them. So it would be justified to kill them,
But the lion is innocent
for the
too.
benefit. Sure, sure. In this context, it's innocent. The chupacabras is innocent too, right? It's doing it's following
Sure,
its genetic what the genetic code tells him to do. Right? He's a victim of his own genes. It's not a moral agent, but we would kill the chupacabras. I would kill the lion. I just think I just don't see any morally significant difference between us and animals that would justify giving us a right to self defense, but not animals. That's all, man. It's as simple as that.
the animals have a right to self-defense. That's what I told you at the beginning. They
No,
do
not
it for
self defense.
themselves. They don't need us.
Sorry. Not self defense. Idealized self defense. So us protecting their lives.
Okay, so now what the heck is idealized self-defense? It's not self, it's someone else is doing it.
Yeah, idealized self defense would be like, for example, if you were to be flying around in a helicopter and a axe murderer or a chupacabra or whatever was about to kill innocent humans, idealized self-defense would be the right for those people, for somebody else to defend them, and for that to be morally justified or legally justified or whatever. That's idealized self-defense.
Oh no, dude. Well, I don't know. I don't believe in that idealized self-defense thing. I'm sorry, but I
No,
don't like it.
you
No, I
don't
don't.
you're in, not even in the human context.
No, I told you that even if I myself am drowning and you don't save me, I don't hold it against you.
No, no, no. So okay, so there's a distinction between an action being morally obligatory or being morally justified or morally virtuous or whatever. Like obviously, I agree with you that nobody has like an obligation to save you if you're drowning, but it would be a good thing. That's what I'm saying.
It would not be a good thing. It's a neutral thing to
It
do.
wouldn't be a good thing for somebody to save your life if you're drowning and fighting for your life.
Not really. I mean, it would be. I
And
mean,
we disagree about that
I would
as well.
appreciate it if it happened, but it's not necessary. I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, I
So
don't know.
you're gonna say now it wouldn't be a good thing. Let's say a child was drowning, like horrifically drowning, an infant. It wouldn't be a good thing for me to get in there and get my shoes wet to save the child. It wouldn't be good,
Mm,
dude. It
no.
surprises me that you're having to think about this right now.
No, I don't have to think about it. To me, it's like, if it's not my responsibility, why am I doing it?
Then that just sounds like a selfish thing to me, man. For me, it's obviously a good thing to save a innocent child's life, man.
Hmm. I don't know, because then we can have all the discussions about baby Hitler and what if the child becomes some ruthless dictator in the future and whatnot. So yeah, if
Yeah,
he's
man, that's just
innocent at the
adding. That's just
moment,
adding. I specifically said innocent child, like assuming it's not baby Hitler, man. Like if we had the knowledge he was gonna commit the Holocaust of 6 million Jews in the future, obviously I wouldn't save it
I
at
mean,
all, man.
yeah, but you have no way to know if the child is even innocent. Maybe the child tortures lizards for fun or something. You don't know.
Sure,
So
man, but
it's,
I wouldn't have a reason to assume an innocent, like a baby drowning is gonna be some sort of future Hitler, man. So I would just save the child regardless.
future Hitler. Okay, well, first of all, that was partly a joke, not my actual thought that the baby or
Okay.
infant or whatever is gonna be future Hitler. But you know, oh man, maybe he's
Okay,
sporting
but you,
a tiny
but
mustache.
you,
Maybe
what?
no. So
Yeah. So
I don't
by the
know,
way,
man. I'm telling
you're
you.
gonna bite the bullet. Then that it's not a good thing to save a child that's like drowning in front of you. You're gonna say that's morally neutral and not good.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's either way, whatever. Like I don't know.
Either way, you're
Like,
agnostic. You're agnostic about whether it's a good thing or not.
I mean, I know in society we'll see it as a good thing, but it's like, even if it is, it's not, like I said, it's not my responsibility. Unless I push the child in the first place
Sure,
to the
man. Like when
pond or
you're
lagoon or whatever.
conflating again, you're conflating between the terms morally obligatory or morally good. I'm not asking if it's obligatory. I'm asking if it's good. It's a good thing. Like would it
I'm
count in
saying,
favor? Would it count in favor of you being a good person if you, instead of standing around doing nothing, you get your shoes wet and save the child? Would it count in favor of you being a good person?
I guess it does. Let's say it does count, whatever. I'm a good
Okay, man.
person because I saved that drowning child.
Awesome, man. So at least like at least we agree on that, right? Maybe let's just end that at a note of agreement, right?
Yeah, listen, this is the thing. I've already told you. If the zebra is innocent, the lion is innocent of the same system too. It's through no fault of their own what they are, and we cannot hold that against them and kill them. And also, because our species is way worse. We do way worse than they do. So we have no moral high ground to go around and shoot at other predators or whatever you want to call them. We have no moral basis to do so. We destroy everything we ever encounter. So we have no moral basis. We cannot be the world's police. We cannot be nature's police. And that's it.
Okay, man. And my view is that the issue of predation is horrific. Like I agree with you that these animals are innocent. They are not moral agents. But if we have a way to save animal lives and like minimize rights violations by killing
Ah,
predators, then I would choose to do that instead of standing around doing nothing and letting innocent animals be ripped apart
yeah,
in nature.
sure, yeah. Yeah, you
Yeah.
keep telling yourself that, but Abby wants to
Okay, man.
murder lions to eat their flesh, not to save a zebra.
Yeah,
And he just,
I don't really think, I don't really, like once the animal is dead, like if somebody wants to, I wouldn't eat it for several
oh, so
reasons.
you're, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Of
think
course,
obviously once the animal is dead, even in the like in the human context, once a human is dead, like provided there's
of
not
course.
extrinsic suffering that's gonna occur, like some family member or anything, I would be in favor of somebody eating that human. I don't really care what's done after the like. I don't think dead bodies have rights, but I
Of
personally
course
wouldn't
you
eat the
don't.
I personally wouldn't eat the lion or wouldn't advocate for it just because of the zoonotic disease thing.
No, no, let's just say there's no zoonotic disease. Let's say lion not only tastes awesome, but it's actually, it gives you super sexual powers.
Then sure, like I would be in favor of eating hunted lions. Obviously not factory farm lions or something like that, but hunted lions in the wild. Sure, I would be in favor of that, if it, provided it
I
didn't
don't,
cause any zoonotic disease spread.
I don't see the moral difference. I see that is equally horrible. Factory farm lions or hunted lions, what is that? There's no, I don't see what's the
Oh
difference there.
really?
You're killing
Oh
animals
really?
for your consumption when you don't
So let
need
me
to.
ask you this. Let me ask you this. You don't see a morally significant difference in this case either. Let's say we were factory farming chupacabras, like just bringing them
Man
into
alive.
existence, sexually selecting them through artificial insemination, through rape, bringing them into existence, giving them horrific lives, and then murdering them at the end, and doing this perpetually to 80 billion like chupacabras every year, or just hunting chupacabras out in the wild are gonna murder humans. You don't see any morally significant difference between any of those cases?
Ah, I mean, I don't know, man. At this point, basically, we're surpassed the freaking chupacabras. They're no longer our predators, so we're hunting them, not them us. So
That's
I
not
don't
an
see it.
answer. Yes or no? Do you see a
Yeah,
difference
it's
between
the
factory?
answer because no, there's no
You don't
difference.
see a difference.
You're
You
killing
don't see
someone
a
anyway. You're
you don't
killing
see a
someone that
significant diff.
who cannot defend themselves against you anymore.
Yeah, so you don't you to be clear, you don't see a morally significant difference between just hunting individual chupacabras out there that were gonna kill humans or factory farming chupacabras. You don't see a difference?
Bloody hell. I mean, the only difference would
Yes
be
or
the
no?
number of victims, but not the action itself, because the action is basically just the same. I mean, obviously, you're performing additional horrible actions in the factory farming
Sure.
context, but the
Sure,
last
and
action, the final action of
that's
killing them,
and that
is the
makes it
same
worse,
thing.
right?
So you're,
Yeah. So if in addition to killing, we're also exploiting these beings, then by definition, it would be worse, right?
yeah, it is worse, but killing someone is bad in itself.
Then we don't disagree, and I said it a while ago that if there was a pragmatic way around it, I would favor the non-lethal way, but there's not a non-lethal way available right now, at least not pragmatically. But that's it, man. I think we reached the debate conclusion. Is there anything else you wanna say?
No, the debate conclusion is you don't want to admit that the lion or the predators are also innocent victims in this, and
I
they're
already
just
admitted
doing
it.
what
I
they
already
do
admitted
to
that.
survive.
I
No,
already
not
admitted
really,
that.
because you still want to kill them. You're still okay with killing them. Oh, because they cause this alleged rights violation, even though in nature there's no
Sure, my
such
friend.
thing as rights violations. But
Sure, my
okay,
friend, and you admitted that you're a species that would be okay with killing chupacabras to save humans, but not Neanderthals that are no different, subjectively speaking. You're just in a fucking different body. So I think the absurd position here is clear to the audience what the absurd position is here. But anyway,
No, yeah,
I'll just go for now.
yeah, no, you're garbage. Bye.
Okay. Does anybody else have any question or wants to defend the Lions or whatever?
Yeah, sure. I'm just curious. What was he gonna say to him before he just left?
Before he left?
Yeah, yeah. Just before he left, like, what was he about to ask him?
No, I was just gonna say thank you for him for having the conversation and showing up, and yes, I wanted to end it
Mhm.
cordially, but he just decided to flee for some reason.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. But I think Olawale Blue's got a question for you in the chat there. Do you want me to read it to you?
I don't see the question. Where is it?
Is
In
it?
my inbox?
No, no, in general, like at the side of the screen. Do you want me to read it to you?
I don't see the question, but you can read it to me, sure.
Side question. If there were two tribes of uncivilized indigenous people, where one tribe is bigger than a smaller tribe, and the bigger tribe kills the smaller tribe for food or to rape them just because they want to, would you say that the smaller tribe has no rights? I guess that was for Tony Veganese, but you can answer if you want.
Yeah, obviously the answer from me is gonna be I don't, why would I say they have no rights? Sure, they have rights to self-defense, idealized self-defense, just like in the context of the prey animals.
All right, fair enough. But yeah, I got a question for you though. Like,
Sure, man.
let's say it was the case that like for example, say, you know, killing like say for example there was a human baby who you knew was never gonna go vegan, um like because they don't want to, like would it then be justified to kill them?
Uh, to kill the human baby that you knew for a fact was never gonna go vegan,
Yeah.
like in a vacuum, I have to say
Yeah, say
yes,
you could
but
never get away with that.
in a vacuum, but sure. But obviously, there's gonna be some symmetry breakers in actuality, right? I wouldn't be in favor of advocating for vegans to kill, babies because obviously we're gonna be labeled terrorists. We're gonna land in prison. Veganism, it's gonna fail as a movement. So obviously, I'm not gonna do that.
Mm,
But in a
okay.
vacuum, man, it's the same thing. I just don't like. Obviously, I would say the same thing about any being. Like if you knew, like for a fact,
Right.
this being was just gonna kill countless of sentient beings, innocent sentient beings. Sure, it would be a good thing to kill that being, but I'm just not gonna advocate for that view for several reasons, right? One of them is that humans killing humans would land us on prison. We're not gonna be able to be activists. Veganism is probably gonna fail, and the other is that we're probably gonna legislate against Karenism in the near future. So like that
Yes.
vegan is gonna probably be put in jail or something if he decides to continue to eat animals.
Yeah, so basically, so in the short term, you want in the short term you'd be in favor of, killing the predator, but in the long term you'd advocate for, solutions for, maybe herbivorizing predators, feeding them lab-grown meat, etc., etc. That's what you'd be in favor of.
Absolutely, and if there was a pragmatic way to do that in the short term, I would favor that instead of killing anybody.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Like, what if, how about this? Like, what if, you were, say, for example, you was in the helicopter and you saw a lion about to kill a zebra, for example, and, say you just had, like, a stun gun as well. Like, would you rather shoot the stun gun to stop the lion and allow the zebra to run away and just, like, allow the lion to just starve or something?
Uh, yeah, the problem with that is that's not gonna guarantee to me that the lion's gonna starve. If I just stun the lion, it's gonna wake up, and if it's a healthy young lion, it's gonna probably kill innocent zebras in the future anyway. So I wouldn't do that in the
Right,
xenomorph case either. So I don't
okay,
know
what?
why I would do it. Mhm.
Yeah, I guess what I'm asking you is if there was like a way to just stun them, like you could just have some sort of technology so that every time that lion goes near a zebra, the lion just freezes up. So like kind of like every time they're within like a few meters of a zebra, they just can't go to them. Would that be better, for example?
Okay, so the question is if it were to be between instantly killing the lion or torturously giving it a slow death in which it would starve to death, I think I would rather just do a mercy killing and kill it right away.
Alright, fair enough. How about this? Like so I don't know your position on no, let me ask you like this. So say for example, say we had like a way of like a contraceptive gun. Ask Yourself calls it the Antinatalizer 5000. Say there was a contraceptive gun, you could just shoot the lions with contraceptives and just leave it as that. Would it be better so that to leave that lion so that the lions, so like the other lions would have sex with them and mate and try to mate with them, waste their time, and then there'd be fewer lion babies. So then, in the long term, that would be better for reducing lion populations. Would that be better? Something like a contraceptive dart to like de-sex them.
Yeah, so I wouldn't personally prefer that, but if some people wanted to go out and do that, I would be a good thing for them to do that. But if I had the choice between killing the lion or sterilizing the lion, I would choose to kill it just because it would be better for the victims that it is gonna eat on its lifetime.
Right. So even if
So obviously, I
in
wouldn't
the long
in the xenomorph example, I wouldn't just sterilize the xenomorph. I would just kill it.
even if allowing that xenomorph to live and allowing other xenomorphs to waste their time and their semen, like trying to mate with that xenomorph, it would actually end up the xenomorph would end up the xenomorph population would end up going down. You'd still be in favor of killing that xenomorph, even if leaving that xenomorph would, in the long term, allow the xenomorph population to reduce more quickly.
Yeah, I would say yes, man, because even if you what's gonna happen with the humans that xenomorph's gonna eat alive, right?
Yeah,
Like,
because that's the thing. Like, what would happen in the future to the future humans? Like, if in the long term, like you end up saving more humans with just the contraceptive dart, then you would if you just shot them with a bullet.
well, that's just gonna be like an empirical question, right? You're baking it into the cake that it would be better to sterilize them, but I don't see any reason to believe that sterilizing is gonna save more humans on the long term than just killing xenomorph. Do you
Yeah,
have an
because
argument for that? I don't see
yeah,
the reason to believe that.
with deer, how if you sterilize deer, that will reduce deer populations quicker because the other deer will waste time trying to mate with them, and then there won't be any babies. Whereas the potential mate of the deer would have otherwise, if you shot the deer, they would have otherwise gone for a deer who was fertile. So if you just whereas instead if you just shot them with a contraceptive, like
Hmm.
the other deer would try to mate with them and waste their time, and less deer would be created in the future. I mean, I don't see why the same wouldn't be
Okay,
the case for lions.
okay, but like the thing is killing the xenomorph or the lion. It's gonna uh, take somebody out of the mating pool, right? So it's gonna be somebody some less one less being to mate with. I don't know why sterilizing that being versus killing that being would somehow like end up saving more humans in the long term, or end up like making the population go extinct quicker or something. I don't see why that would be the
Yeah,
case, but it's an empirical question. But if it turns out that that's true, then I guess yes, that would be the better thing to do. But it's just a
yeah,
empirical question to me. I don't know.
yeah.
Like
That's
I wouldn't
basically
feel
my
comfortable like in I wouldn't feel comfortable doing this. For example, if there was like a xenomorph running like directly to kill a human family, and I had the option of killing it or sterilizing it, and seeing that family be ripped apart in front of my eyes.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I would
okay,
rather
okay.
kill
Yeah, I
them.
mean, I
Yeah.
feel okay. I don't think it's. I kind of see where you're getting at. Where if it's like the case that the lion is just literally about to kill the zebra, like right there, I do think, yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't really have an argument against shooting the lion in that scenario, but I'm
not
just
even in
saying, like,
front of you, and not even in front of you. Like you you have reason to believe it's gonna kill zebras in the near future. So that's the thing.
yeah, yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, if it's that I have reason to believe in in the near future, then that's when I start to look up, the contraceptive. Because think about this, right? Say, for example, you do you have a girlfriend?
Currently, no.
Yeah, just say hypothetically, you were sterilized, right? You were had a vasectomy or something. Yeah, and you was just going out dating women. You ended up marrying a woman, and she really wanted to have a baby, and you didn't know. Say for example, you just got the vasectomy, like, and you somehow didn't know, like, you were knocked unconscious, and the doctor gave you the vasectomy, and you didn't, like, you never found out. Um, Say for example, that woman married you, and she spent years and years and years um trying to mate with you, but she just couldn't. Then that woman's now gonna have no baby. Whereas if someone just shot you now, um that woman would end up going for another man who is fertile, and then she'd end up creating more humans. Does that make
Mhm.
sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see
So
your point. That makes sense. Yeah, so that
yeah.
woman is
So
gonna like waste her time with me, and her biological clock is gonna run out, and then she's never gonna
yeah.
procreate. I see your point there, but at the same time, like if you go out and kill all the men, then that female is not gonna be able to procreate anyway, right? So it's just
Yeah,
an
yeah, yeah.
empirical question. I don't know what's better in the long term, but in the short
Yeah,
term,
okay,
I
yeah.
think I'll stick to killing. I think I stick to calling the other predators just because I'm not comfortable with the fact that they are gonna go out and kill in the near future. I just not comfortable with that.
Yeah, right, right, right. So, essentially, like, I think we agree that if it's about to happen, like, I'm just in a helicopter, I'm just seeing some zebras just chilling, and a lion's about to pounce and just tear them apart.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't really have an argument against killing the lion, but like, in the long term, if I'm just seeing a lot of lions, I think like a lot of, especially like male lions, like it'd just be better to just shoot the lines with a contraceptive. That's what intuitive. I think there's data on this with deer. I don't have it to hand at the moment, but I'm pretty sure that that's the case. If you shoot deer with contraceptives, that's actually more effective at reducing the deer population. So I think we should also apply the same to lions,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah, so I don't think we disagree. It's just gonna turn on that empirical question of what's gonna save more animals on the long term. But I'm just kind of out of curiosity, I'm gonna ask you this: would you do that same thing in the in the xenomorph example? You knowing that the xenomorph is gonna go out and kill innocent humans in the near future, you would still choose to sterilize it instead of killing it?
Yeah, if it meant that fewer xenomorphs would exist in the future, then yeah.
And you would be comfortable with having the knowledge that you could have prevented some humans from being ripped apart and you chose not to.
If it means that in the future more humans be prevented from being ripped apart, like, and it's
Okay.
more effective, yeah. I mean, I
Okay.
guess I guess you probably
Yeah,
think I'm
that's
absurd for that,
consistent.
don't you?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
consistent,
consistent, but
but
like
at the end of the day, it's
yeah, I mean
empirical
in the
question
future,
that
yeah, it's an
yeah.
empirical question. Okay, do you
But
agree?
I get you. Yeah,
Do you agree?
I agree with you. Yes, if it
Yeah,
turns
okay,
out
fair
that
enough.
it's gonna that's the thing, man. I get your point, but I personally wouldn't feel comfortable knowing I could have prevented like like a death in and not doing anything about it. Like I just don't know.
Yeah,
But I reflect on
I
it.
mean,
It's a
yeah.
good point. I didn't hear I haven't heard about these sterile what do you call it, antinatalism 1000 gun or
No, no,
whatever.
no, 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 no. Yeah, ask yourself. He wasn't talking about killing predators. This was like 2019, but I remember they were talking about responding to hunters who want to control the population. And ask yourself, it's just like, well, I'll shoot them with the anti-neuralizer 5000. Yeah, yeah, it
Okay.
wasn't my joke. I don't want to take credit for other people's jokes.
But I think he does
Yeah.
he also holds these the same view as me, that is justified to kill all other predators if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so I guess, yeah, yeah, I'm just, yeah, I'd say if the lion's about to pounce, then yeah, it's okay to shoot the lion, but in terms of just lions just running round, I'd say it's probably better to just shoot them with a contraceptive. The
Yeah, I wouldn't
antenatal
feel
is about 1,000, yeah.
but I personally wouldn't feel comfortable like knowing I could have prevented some beings in the near future from being ripped apart, but I didn't do anything. I just wouldn't do that. But I understand that you personally comfortable with that. It just maybe it's just a value thing, a value
Okay, fair
difference that we
enough.
have. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, does anyone else want to say anything then?
But also, man, thanks for showing up and inviting some people. It was funner this way.
Yeah, 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 does anyone else want to talk?
Anybody else has any questions or wants to defend the prey animals? I'm tired. I gotta go to sleep anyway. But maybe we can set up a debate for a later time if anybody else wants to defend the lions. What's up, Meg? You're doing good. Thanks for coming by, my friend.
Okay, Sebe, okay, all right, thank you. Yeah, is that the end then? Okay,
Yeah.
see ya.
See
Bye.
you, my friend. Take care.
See ya.